far as we know, Lieutenant Colonel Stu Scheller of the United States Marine Corps was the only officer in the entire American Armed Services who said in public what so many were thinking. What the hell are we doing? What did our leaders just do in Afghanistan? How did they screw it up so badly, and why is no one being held accountable? That's what he said, and he said it on Facebook. Here's part of it.
The reason people are so upset on social media right now is not because the Marine on the battlefield let someone down. That service member has always rose to the occasion and done extraordinary things. People are upset because their senior leaders let them down, and none of them are raising their hands and accepting accountability or saying, we messed this up.
So instead of answering his questions, the Pentagon did what the Biden administration so often does. They punished him. They tried to crush him. They court-martialed him and sent him to jail.
What's up, everybody? Major Retired Richard Ojeda here, and here comes Tucker Asswipe Carlson taking another story out of context, manipulating the truth, and distorting the facts, and that's exactly what he does. If you're watching this, you probably know my story. I served in the military, and yes, I have a big mouth. But while I was in the military and I was serving this country, that mouth was glued shut. That's an absolute fact. America's a democracy. Our military is not. When the military tells you to jump, you jump. That's it. End of story. It's only with that discipline and respect that our military is able to strive and continuously be the best in the world. As a military, we understand that there are layers and layers to information, and we may not have access to it all. It's not Marine Corps Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Sheller's job to decide when the United States withdraws from a war. The arrogance of this guy is absolutely hard for me to wrap my head around. Who the hell does he think that he is questioning? He's an O5. He doesn't get to question the commander-in-chief and the top military brass, period. Folks, I was in Afghanistan when Osama bin Laden was killed in 2011. And my first instincts were, when are we going home? Mission accomplished, right? But do you think for one second that I would go to a reporter and release a statement on behalf of myself and say, okay, it's time for us to leave. I'm making the orders from here on out? I would have been court-martialed and would have been stripped of everything, and I would have deserved it. That's not how it works. If you want to speak your mind, run your mouth, and criticize your commanding officers, you clearly do not understand how the military works. You know what's ironic about this story? Tucker Carlson hates woke culture more than just about anyone on television. But what Marine Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Scheller did was he tried to bring woke culture to the military and speak his mind. And in the military, they don't play that game. They shut that stuff down real quick. I know that many will not understand this, but those of us that served, put our lives on the line, and left our families for years on end did so because we swore a complete allegiance to the Constitution, our country, and yes, our military. We are one of the only countries in the world where a civilian branch of government controls our military. The military takes its orders from the president, and the president was given that authority by 81 million Americans that voted for him. Look, I don't think Marine Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Scheller is a bad guy, but when he spoke up, he knew the consequences. And as a Marine, he should respect the punishment. If there was something illegal or nefarious that was taking place and he decided to speak out, that would be something completely different. But he is criticizing the decision-making of something he disagrees with, and he's doing so publicly. The war in Afghanistan is over, and also his career. Sappers clear the way, airborne all the way.